You can't get any more Yonge and Eglinton than where we're standing right now. On today's episode of YYE, Your Yonge and Eglinton, we had the absolute pleasure of chatting with Dr. Sobhi. She's one of the owners of 6ix Eglinton Dental. Dr. Sobhi, welcome to YYE. Thank you for being on the show, and thank you for hosting us in your beautiful new office. Why don't we start off by having you tell us about your clinic?
Thank you, Jamie, for giving us the opportunity to introduce ourselves. My name is Dr. Sobhi, and I own 6ix Eglinton Dental with my sister and my best friend. We're just very excited to be in the neighborhood and ready to serve our patients.
Fantastic. And you're newish to the neighborhood, correct?
Yes, we've been open for the past 4 or 5 months. Even though I'm not new to the industry, I've been working as a dentist for 13 years, and we own a couple of other locations as well.
I wanted to start off by calling out the elephant in the room, I guess, if you will. People don't love going to the dentist. It's kind of a known thing, right? What do you and your practitioners and what do you do at your clinic that makes people feel a little bit more comfortable about going to the dentist in the first place?
Let me start off by saying that I have a lot of empathy for patients who are afraid or have dental phobia. And in general, I think I've heard that patients would prefer getting stuck in traffic than actually going to the dentist. And no one likes to get stuck in traffic. But I feel like understanding that and having that empathy with patients will be the first step. So we actually have on our questionnaire a question that measures patients' anxiety or gives them a tool to communicate that feeling with us. And then I believe that spending the time with patients to really try and find out what the reasoning behind it is will allow us to treat the patient in better ways and addressing those issues. We also have a lot of other tools available to us in terms of making the patient comfortable, oral sedation, nitrous gas. But I really think that just connecting with the patient and allowing them to express themselves will be the main tool for us to address that.
I'm curious to know, what are some of the daily things that surprise you, that kind of come across your plate, that you would think would be fairly common knowledge for your patients, I guess?
That's a great question, actually. When I think about this, the first thing that comes to mind for me is that a lot of patients miss the fact that there's a direct correlation between oral health and general systemic health and different oral diseases such as gingivitis and periodontitis, and the effect of that on our overall health. And I find that patients are quite surprised when we go through that and explain that to patients.
And on that note, do you mind giving a specific example about how oral hygiene is connected to another part or system in the body?
Absolutely. So the first thing that comes to mind for me is, which is actually a very important one, is for pregnant ladies and the health of their gums. And there's a direct correlation between that and the health of the babies, and also health conditions such as heart diseases in premature babies.
What advice would you have for people who are watching to help them improve their oral health?
Come see us. Don't be afraid. Don't worry if you haven't been to a dentist in a while. We like what we do. We take pride in the service we provide, and we will take care of you.
I would also say that you have a very bright, welcoming, modern, clinic and facility, and I think that will help when people kind of walk in as well to help kind of ease those fears and anxieties too. So,
thank you.
Looking at your website, you offer what appears to be a lot of different services. Do you offer more than your typical dentist, and do you want to talk about some of those things that you provide?
We are a general dentistry practice with an emphasis on cosmetic dentistry, implant dentistry, and a lot of surgical procedures. But what we take pride in is whatever we do our best and offer the best service.
We always like to wrap up by asking if there's anything that you want to share about your business that we haven't talked about so far.
We are new in the neighborhood. We love to see everyone who's looking for a new dentist. We have a lot of promotions for our new patients. Also, we'd like to think that we can offer payment plans, especially during these times, to make it easier for patients to see a dentist despite their financial troubles.
Dr. Sobhi, I want to thank you very much for chatting with us today. For people who are watching, do you want to tell them how they can find you, where they can find you?
Oh, for sure. They can find us online at 6xEglintondental.ca. We are also on Instagram and Facebook, and physically located on the northeast corner of Yonge and Eglinton at 6ix Eglinton East.
On the third floor?
Third floor, 306.
Perfect, okay. Dr. Sobhi, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jamie.